Hello everyone, my name is TNG Street Rider, and I am back with another Marvel Heroes 2015 character preview. This time featuring the Silver Surfer. Okay, so the Silver Surfer is finally out of traffic and he is on the fast track towards release for everybody. And I can say without a shadow of a doubt, he is worth the wait. Especially if you like long-range blaster characters with high maneuverability. Basically think Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. If you love Johnny Storm in Marvel Heroes, you're gonna love Silver Surfer as far as gameplay goes. If you're a fan of Silver Surfer the character, there is, in my opinion, nothing to complain about because everything about the character looks absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and show you his three trees. He has the Power Cosmic. He only has one basic attack, which is the Cosmic Beam Array, which you will see me use later on. He has his Starfarer tree, which is mostly all of his board powers and movement powers, and I'll show you some of those in a bit. And he has his World Sculptor powers, which are really his gift powers. They're toggles and passives. He has two actives, which is one is his Crowd Control, removing, and his Temporal Recall. Again, a passive, but it has an active effect. His signature power is Event Horizon. As you can see, it's another AoE damage move, does massive amounts of damage, and a decently short cooldown. And he has, for his ultimate, Convergence. Becomes a conduit of cosmic power. Deals, as you can see, tons of damage. But he'll get unlimited power cosmic and invulnerability for 20 seconds. So he basically becomes an unkillable juggernaut. And I'm going to go ahead. I don't normally show you guys a lot of the characters' powers and abilities, but I do want to show you guys some of his because they do look amazing. First up, I'm going to show you Deconstruct, which that doesn't really show a lot, but it looks cool, you know, when you're in the middle of fighting. Next is a skill you've probably all seen Doomstor use called Subspace Rift. This is his main AoE damaging move. It looks absolutely fantastic. Deconstruct is also an AoE move, just so you guys know. Reconstruct is the opposite, obviously, of Deconstruct. It regenerates some HP for him and sucks everything in around him. He'll also gain the Power Cosmic as he takes damage. Power Cosmic for him is basically Spirit. The same mechanic, just a different name because he is a Silver Surfer. He has his Supernova skill, which has a little nice effect to it. It's nothing, I wouldn't say it's amazing, but it's a very short cooldown, has a very nice active effect to it. Nice stuff. Looks cool. And he has the Electromagnetic Flux, which is his beam move, which actually I can't show you without a target. There we go, there's some innocent boxes. And that will actually grow in power the longer you hold it down. So really nice looking skill. Does massive amounts of single target damage, which you're going to need on him because most of his damage is AoE focused. Going to his next page, these are two of his passives, Cosmic Resonance and Polarity Field. These are just the two I picked. They're probably going to be the most commonly picked. As you can see, allies regain power and toughness, various buffs. This is his most popular defensive toggle. He also has a very nice passive that you're going to want to put 20 points into called Power Unconquered. Again, the builds you can mess with yourself. This is just what I'm personally using for now. And then he has a bunch of these other moves. Refracting Beam is one of his moves that comes right out of the box, and basically it's a bouncing beam, but it doesn't bounce to multiple characters at once. It only bounces to other enemies. It doesn't bounce in between them. So it's not as strong as something like Loki's Bolt or who's the other one? Cyclops's beams, or even Invisible Woman's bubbles, but it's still useful in the early game. I don't use it in the late game. I prefer other powers, but it's there. It's nice looking. Then he has his Board Sweep, which you can actually use while moving. It's just a melee AoE and it does pretty good damage. It's on a short cooldown. Cool looking. It's got some moves there. And then he has Repulse, which is his E. And during this, you can't see it because there are no enemies around, but he will actually shoot some beams. There we go.
Please forgive me.
So it's a get out of jail card. Does some damage on the way out. Very cool looking. Oh, don't want to go that way yet. Oh. I'm just playing around. Very nice skill. If you want to do a movement-based build with him, he actually has strong enough skills to let that happen. And then he has Death from Below, which, if you can't tell, is Death from Above, but from below. And he just teleports. They say he teleports through the earth. You can see the tooltip. Instantly fly halfway around the goal, phase through. It's just a Death from Above power. It does look fantastic on him. I will go ahead and say that, but again, nothing, in my opinion, that's too special. Just looks good. And then he has the Subspace Slipstream, which I really like. The only problem with this skill, in my opinion, is that it takes so much of your spirit, or power cosmic, depending on what you want to say, that it's almost impractical. I'm sure a lot of people will find a way to use it in their build if they really want to do a movement-based build, but for me, it wasn't cutting it. And that's a lot of his most prominent things. I'll go ahead and show you two of his passives real quick. When you activate Temporal Recoil, you get that nice little area buff from there, and then Hyperspace Sidestep is just his crowd control immunity, and that's the thing for that. Okay, so like I said, really nice animations. They've gone ahead and they put a lot of work into the animation department, which of course they've had to, considering Marvel's had Silver Surfer on hold for a very long time now. Not as long as Nova apparently, but he's on hold. And I just popped my ultimate by accident. I am very sorry, guys, but basically you just saw what his ultimate did, even though it only did it on 3 monsters. And this is basically what you do as a Silver Surfer. You know, you fly around. You can do amazing amounts of range damage if you want. You can use your board to zip through enemies and really just have a field day with him. This is a red terminal, so it's not going to be as challenging as some of the cosmic terminals. I actually have run him on a couple of cosmic terminals. He does fairly well solo on most of the cosmic terminals up to the Juggernaut one. After that, his survivability comes into question. But if you've got even one friend, or you've got a team up hero with you, you should honestly have no problem soloing anything in the game with him, because his AoE damage is just massive, just absolutely massive. You know, and there were some complaints about the character, specifically in the realm of his voice acting and some of the sound effects for his powers. My personal opinion on them is that there is nothing wrong with them. He sounds absolutely fantastic to me. The power cosmics, they don't sound super powerful except for his AoE, but I'm not really sure what people were expecting, you know. I mean, some of these powers, Zillion is going on a limb and just guessing what they sound like, and for the most part, they sound fine. They serve the purpose. He's shooting little laser beams. It's fine. People, I think, just need to relax with the complaint department. You know, it's not like he's a travesty of a character. He's actually really, really well made, and I really do think that 99% of the people who buy him, who are even curious about him, will enjoy the character, especially if they haven't played a ranged blaster in a while. He'll be a breath of fresh air, because we've had a decent amount of melee releases recently with Psylocke and Moon Knight and whoever else was in between them. Actually, I think Doctor Strange was ranged, but whatever. The point is, probably one of the most put together characters, in my opinion, since Ghost Rider's release. Which is saying a lot, because the only other standout hero before Ghost Rider's release was Loki. And I really can't say enough how much fun I personally am having with this hero. Even though Silver Surfer is not one of my favorites, he is definitely a very interesting character with a lot of history.
Do not make me kill you.
And they did a really good job of bringing the character to life in this this MMO, I guess I'll call it for now. But to my knowledge, he's only going to be 400 splinters, which I think is a steal considering the visual effects work that they've put into the hero's powers. Although his gameplay is, like I said, very basic, is very reminiscent of Johnny Storm. He's probably going to replace Johnny Storm on many people's rosters just because of the nerfs that Johnny Storm received during his rework. But I think, in all, that's a good thing. You know, it will give people, it will give Gazillion a chance to maybe fix Johnny Storm and see, you know, that people really don't like the new Johnny Storm, and people will play the Silver Surfer instead. And as you see there, I was just focusing my single target beam onto Sinister, and it did a lot of damage very quickly. And this is a red terminal, people, so he does have increased health. Not as hard as a Cosmic Terminal, I know, but you know, you guys don't really want to watch a 20-30 minute video every time I do one of these. I messed up on the Psylocke video by having a Cosmic Terminal instead of the red terminal, and I apologize for that. I'm not sure if I talked about the equipment I'm using, but I'm actually only using stuff that I had in my bank, and I am using, I think, 4 out of the 5 slots are unique. One of them is a red slot, or a purple slot, I'm sorry. So nothing nothing amazing that I'm using, just stuff that, you know, any of you will easily find. And his power has been nothing short of extraordinary, really. You know, he's very balanced in my opinion, which does not mean he's weak. It means he is balanced. He is a proper released hero, and he is just an absolute blast to have fun with. I really do think you guys will like him. Like, not trying to, you know, get on the bandwagon. I'm really not a Silver Surfer fan, but I think the fans will be ecstatic with this character. And I think those of you who have been waiting for a new blaster to play, Silver Surfer is going to fulfill all of your needs. And on that note, I am again sorry that I hit the ultimate a little bit earlier in the video, but this is Silver Surfer. He is a new hero coming to Marvel Heroes 2015, and he does not have a set release date yet. Hopefully we'll get updated on that sometime in the future. I don't even see his, let me see if his other thing is on here. Yeah, he doesn't even have a second skin available yet, so I'll have to keep an eye on that stuff for you. And small things about the hero may change between now and release, but overall, unless they nerf him into the ground, Silver Surfer is going to be an absolute steal at only 400 Eternity Splinters or $9. My name again, TNG Street Rider. I hope you guys still enjoy the video series, and don't forget to check out Psylocke if you have not already, and look forward to the next Marvel hero that will be released sometime in the next month. Till next time, guys.